What's up, gang? It's your boy Lordol here, back at you with another video. Before we start the video, Merry Christmas! It's a lovely Christmas time. I'm a bit late, 2 days after Christmas. Oh well, unlucky kid. But listen, there's some drama happening. Before we get to that, I hope you spent your time with your family. I hope you smoked some crack with your mom, your pops, your grandma, your grandpa. Hope you laced it with some Fent. I hope you really had a good time. Now, let's get to the drama. Elon Musk has come out and he is massively in support of these H1B visas. They're basically working visas, right, for immigrants. He said only the top engineers will come over, only the most skilled workers. Meanwhile, like 90% of them are like cashier jobs, are like all these other jobs, filler jobs, basically cheap slave labor, modern day slave labor that only impacts the country in a negative way, such as the American people. They're now competing with the entire world for basic jobs, such as a cashier, which is pushing the minimum wage down, is pushing the all wages down, even engineers. Now American engineers have to compete with like India, a country with like I don't know the population of India, but I know it's a lot more than white countries. It's like billion, right? And now engineers have to compete with Indian engineers who will live 12 to a household, who will take a lot less wage, who will work longer hours, basically modern day slaves. And basically Elon came out and he's like, yo, he called everyone in America, he called Americans subtards, which is worse than retards, I think. I think like retard and then you got like subtard down here. So he basically called us all retards on Christmas Day, coming out as an American traitor. That's the way I took it. It's quite weird. In my opinion, listen, I don't vote. I think voting is a scam. It's not real. I think the people you vote for are on the same side as the lizard people. They're both the lizard people. There's the globalists, there's the lizard people, they're the same people. But how it works is you got this group up here, right? And this sounds insane, but it's real. It's insane to normies. Once you like actually understand it, it's like so. It feels like brain dead when people like are like, oh, you vote for Trump? Oh, you vote for Hamilla? Or like in the UK, it's like, oh, I don't even remember the fucking Indian dude's name. Ah, no, Raj. It was like him or no, we didn't. I didn't. I don't think he got voted in. Who was before that? Like some chick. I actually don't remember. Basically, Tories or the Labour, which has got in now. And you think like, oh, these are two different sides, two massively different opinions of the UK people. When really, it's just this group up here. It's like one side of the plan, the other side of the plan. They're both working for this guy up here. They're both the same people. They're following the same plan. It's like opposed opposition kind of thing. It's like, oh, we have this sort of plan. We need to do this side, which is like, I don't know, importing immigrants or lowering wages, getting in more debt. Oh, but the solution is like, I don't know, enraging the British people and like all this other thing so we can restrict them more. And then when we go back to this one, it's like, oh, they can go even harder and go even deeper on their plan. So they're both Labour, Tories, whatever other party you got down here. Any party that gets promoted by APAC is basically, you can just put APAC up here, basically. The people who control us. They both work for the same people, it's the same. So, Elon Musk has basically come out, and to get to it, he's like, hey, fuck you, Americans. You're sub-retarded. You are not good enough to be engineers, even though, like, everybody has a fucking degree at this point in time. Like, engineering jobs, sure. You think Americans don't have engineering degrees or enough of them? I'm sure they do. And if they don't, like, this is how corrupt it is, right? This visa for work, it's like 90% Indians, and then it's like fraction of percent of like Germany and I don't know, all these other places. So they're exploiting Indians, basically. Indians could be engineering their own place and like building it up, but instead Elon's like, hey, you can be a slave for me. And yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Listen, if you want to fuel that agenda, hey, that's up to you. But here's the thing: the people who voted for Trump, they thought they were voting for freedom. They thought they were voting against these people up here, the little controllers. They thought he wasn't in on it. They thought, oh, he'll fix the country. He'll do what we want. Then it comes around to it. Elon's on the same side. He's like, yeah, go Trump. But the first term Trump was in, he was against these visas. But Elon donated a lot of money to Trump. So now Trump's for these visas. And Elon came out on Twitter basically saying all this shit. And he got massive backlash. Like, if you go on Twitter, it's pure one-sided, like, Elon, you are a traitor to mankind sort of thing. Which, I don't know, there's a whole debate about that. Yeah, it's hard. I say it's hard to say, but like, it's a very, like, you're on one side or on the other. There's not really a middle ground on this. It's like, either you're a fucking racist, you're blah blah, you're this, you're that, or it's like, oh, you're a traitor to the country, all this shit. It's pretty humorous, actually. I find that pretty funny. Just how, like, fucked society is. Honestly. Like, the people up here are winning. And we're in the age. Like, the internet is fairly new. It's been, what, 20 years it's been out, or something like that? Like, if you think about it, the internet is so new. So, that means it's unrestricted right now. We're in a time where you can get the knowledge that you want, and the knowledge is out there, and knowledge is coming to you, basically. Things that, like, were crazy a few years ago are, like, easily proven now. Such as the Great Replacement Theory, or all these other things, like, oh, a traitor to the country. Like, it comes out. Elon's, like, claimed he's had, like, a hard life, and, like, oh, no, my parents didn't own a crystal mine. Was it an emerald mine? No. But then, like, his dad comes out and says, like, yeah, Elon, yeah, but we own the emerald mine. So it's fucked. But this is the thing with the internet. Things come out. And some of it's hard to, like, differentiate. Oh my god, I'm having a tism. Differentiate. Differentiate. Fuck knows. I don't know what I'm saying. I think you know though. So you got that right, and it makes it easy for the people up here to create different conspiracies where people might buy into it. But then, like, you're made a fool of because, oh, you bought into this theory. Just saying, flat earth, okay. I haven't looked into that. I don't really believe in it. But you got people who do believe in it down here. And now, people, like, disprove that, whatever. And all these people are made like, oh, they're fucking idiots. And then it, like, reflects the whole thing. It's like, oh, all conspiracy theories are idiotic and fake and all this shit, but you're just being distracted. The whole thing's just a distraction. All these like mini conspiracy theories, they're just a distraction of the people in charge up here. And they probably make them as well. It's probably not even like some fucking dude stoned out of his mind and it's like, oh, what if we live in a globe? A globe's up there, mate. It's probably not even that, and that's just like spread to his friends out there, and then it's become a theory. What it probably is the people up here, they're like, yeah, that's somewhat believable. Boom. Make a little theory of that, about that, and then the concentration is taken away from, oh, eventually they're going to discover us. Do you understand? So, I feel like we're getting to the point in time where the globalists up here are being revealed. And unfortunately, Elon, although he acted as like he was your friend, he was the guy who was going to free us from censorship and all this stuff. Like, he bought his platform so we can all express our opinions, and then, okay, you disagree with me? Banned. I'm gonna restrict you. Here's what's happening now. He's like adjusting the algorithm. So the people who change his opinion, or challenge it, they're going to be seen less. And then you got another psyop where it's like, okay, the other side, the people on the globalist sides, whatever, they're like, oh, they're all just bots. They were just botting. That's how they got so much engagement. Like, no. Elon came out as a traitor. Trump is probably on his side. He's probably also a traitor. Is there hope? Maybe Nick... Was it Nick Fluentes? I don't know. Maybe him. Maybe, if you're lucky. If you're lucky, he's not posed opposition. If you're lucky, maybe he runs president and wins. Maybe we wake up that much if that happens. Do I think that'll happen? Probably not. But I do think the truth is definitely on the rise. I think it'll come out. I think we're swinging back hard. And like, listen, the thing is with Elon, he shares it. He's like, yeah, if you got like a line here, you got the right and the left. It's like, oh, the middle ground has been pushed to the left for a long time. And it's like, oh, well, now this is called the far right, when in actuality, the middle's here. And then you got right over here. But then he's saying like, the tech, is it the tech right? The technology people. He's saying that they're like right, and then you got the far right even further. But in reality, the tech right are left. So the middle point is actually like over here. Like, we're so far left that we think tech people, tech nerds are right wing. So the middle point's here, tech nerds are here, and then you got like, this is thought to be the middle ground. That's how far left we are in society right now. And you know, maybe we came back just a tiny bit. I think we hit the far point where it's like super left. You know, we're pushing LGBT, whatever. We're pushing all these fucking ideologies and censorship and woke. Oh, you gotta be woke, man. Listen, I don't associate myself with these people, but we swung back a little bit. Like, we're here now. We're here. And then you got Elon. Like, Elon's like at this point right here. Tech guys. But we're not at the middle point yet. We're a long way off. And then you got the far right is so far. So, in my opinion, we're doing this. We've went all the way over here. We've been pushing. You got Camilla, you got all... Mate, the rage of the national people is building, I tell you. So you got push. Mate, it's got a slingshot. But like here, it's gonna be crazy. I swear to God. I think within the next 10 years, my prediction, easily a civil war. People have been saying this. I think it's going to go worse than a civil war. I think we're really onto something that could be very horrible in society. I'm talking like World War III easily. Like, I'm not talking Russia, Ukraine World War III. I'm talking like a world war within like NATO, within America, but also involving Russia and China, where it's like, oh, we're all fighting, but there's also like a war within your own country. So like, we're gonna have pressure from these two. We've got pressure from ourselves and like the invasion in like America, Western countries, and then you've got the people fighting back. It's gonna be chaos. The next like 100 years are gonna be so chaotic, especially within the next like 20. I think the next generation, Gen Z, I mean, it's already come out that like, I don't even want to say it on YouTube, I might get banned, but like, they are so radicalized. Listen, Gen Z, it's like you're either here, like a total fucking, I don't even know what you call them, like I don't even think snowflake's the right word, just like, super liberal, we'll say that, super liberal. And then like, you're like way over here, it's like, whoa, this guy's crazy. I find it humorous. I find it very humorous seeing both sides. It's like so entertaining to me. Like, yeah, there's just no middle ground anymore. It's like fucking ripped open. There's no healing that either. One side's gonna win. You know, the side that makes sense to me. Who am I to say without being called names? I'm just a guy reporting information, completely unbiased information, should I say. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I actually quite enjoyed talking about this. I find it very interesting. I find it very important as well. I think, you know, the future depends on this. But Elon is in the wrong. We should deport him. Goodbye.